Hey, everybody. Appreciate you coming on. As you guys probably read, we decided not to practice today. Um, a bunch of things obviously have gone on in our country, and with the recent events that happened, um, we felt it was best as a staff, as a team, not to practice. And, I felt very strongly about that. And we got together this morning instead, and we first met as a team. And guys got up and spoke, coaches got up and spoke. Um, and it was very touching and it was very emotional. And then we broke up into smaller groups. We continued those conversations that went on as probably longer than our practice would have went on. Listening to our players of all different races and all backgrounds. We have an exceptional team. We have a great group of people. We have a group of people who are hurting, and we have coaches who are hurting. And we have another group of people who are trying to understand and become educated. And we have a group of people who, might have stood up today and said, I'm sorry, I haven't said anything. I don't know what to say. And I do have empathy and I do care and I want to help. And I do believe we had some really great conversations today because things do need to change. There's too much hate and there needs to be more love. And it's sad. And I'm very, very proud of our football team and our coaching staff today. So you guys, I'll be here to answer questions. Really, there's nothing football related to really talk about today, but I'll be happy to answer any questions that you have.
If you can, just a reminder, please raise your digital hand and we'll call on you. We'll start things off with David Teal.
Jeff, you mentioned how emotional at times some of the discussions were this morning. Was there any kind of mindset from you, your staff, and players as to how to move forward and to perhaps further conversations in your community?
Yeah, there was. And, truthfully, it started last night when one of our coaches sent me another video that I'm sure you all saw, which I don't even have words for. And I knew that coach was upset and I knew he was having a tough time. So we spoke. And then I kind of saw going into today, guys were hurting. So I called the leadership council together and I talked about not practicing and maybe just meeting together. And I could tell that that was the best thing for our team. And, the biggest thing that kept coming up was, what can we all do to help? And I think we helped today. I think we helped today educate some of our players who, really didn't know what it was like. And then they get to hear a story of one of our players and what they've gone through in their life and what some of their family members have gone through in their life and how they feel and, how scared they are at times and how emotional they are right now. It is about it. It's about continuing the conversation. It's about educating. It's about educating other people and carrying on this conversation with other people. Guys talked about creating more forums and bringing other people in to continue the conversation. We've done stuff. We've reached out to organizations, and these guys have already raised money. We've got a school picked out where we're going to work with an inner city school that needs help, and we've had meetings. And we've created a program. But today we needed to talk and listen to each other and have one of those meetings. And, I think like you said, there needs to be continued talk, continued education. And it was a great start today from the team.
We'll go to Dan Rubin.
Coach, how much of a breakthrough, I guess is the word, when you're able to sit and when you're in practice, there's that whole relationship with coach and player, and to just break that down and to not necessarily have that structure that where you're a coach instructing a player where you can see coach to coach, player to coach, in a forum like that?
Yeah, it's real. Guys opened up, and it wasn't like calling this guy. No, whoever wanted to get up and talk, got up and talked. And a lot of guys did, and a bunch of coaches did. And I feel like we have a close enough team right now where guys didn't, guys felt comfortable to talk and to share their feelings. And I think when we broke up into the smaller groups, it got even tighter. And, I told the team, we want to affect so many people right now. We want to change this and change that. We have to. I mean, we also need to become closer as a team too. Guys on the team, making sure that our team understands and they're tight. And so I think it was a good start, Dan. And I think I do really believe it's what the staff, myself, and the players needed today.
Any other questions before we go? We'll go back to David Teal.
Jeff, can sports teams, given their diversity and shared experiences and common goals and how they strive together, can they somehow be an example to your campus at large, your community at large?
I hope so. And I say that truthfully. Where I grew up in a town that was a small town. It was mostly white people. And I've been very, very fortunate that in my coaching career, I've been able to be around and make some of the best friends in my life with people who don't look like me. And to the point where I don't see color anymore. And I can't say that for every single person that grew up in an area like me. And that's what sports does. And that's what more of our world should be. Guys getting together, being able to get along, working together, crying together, laughing together, loving together. That's what sports does. And that's what sports done for my life. And I can't say that it would be exactly that way if I haven't had the opportunity that I had to coach so many great players of different races and different color and befriend them and these coaches. I mean, look at our coaching staff. Without realizing it, all of a sudden you look up and our staff might be more diverse than most staffs in the country. And that wasn't a conscious decision. I hired some of my best friends and the best coaches I've had in this business. And I do think sport needs to be an example. And I do think we need to help the best that we can. And I need to do a better job because this is ridiculous. And it's sad. And it's disheartening. And it's not what life needs to be all about.